lete mafanye. Onyx Studio 7. Thank you, Onyx. So this is kind of interesting. So Onyx kind of realized, like, whenever I do just James, they say I'm too loud, so they decided to send me a speaker that can kind of put my voice low. They say I'm kind of too angry, so you know, Harman and Kardamon Onyx, this kind of slow down my pace. So let's check it out, and maybe I'll give it a review and see the tech review, James. And you know what? Nicely packed. That looks like cable cuts in there, but that's not what I'm interested in. Look at that. Pretty handy. Even if you're tired of even carrying it, you can just roll it too, like a ball. I want to say thank you very much, Onyx. Maybe I'll try Tony. So I've gotten a lot of questions from my social media pages. I'm going to respond to some of them as they come. So one of the questions I've been asked, why would you leave your family after they put you through school? I don't know how to answer this, but I'm going to say even at night, sometimes your shadow leaves you. So what you do in that kind of situation, maybe you just slumber and wait till the sun comes up and it becomes a new dawn of a day. But on the other aspect, if you're asking about the financial part, schooling in America is super expensive. Amazingly enough, believe it or not, I put myself through school. Even though I had the support of my family, but financial aspect, I put myself through school. Do you like YouTubing? Why do you use your kids on YouTube yet you say you don't like social media? The last video I posted has the perfect answer for this. So if you can go back and watch that video, this has been already answered. You know, my free spirit personality doesn't really make me a perfect fit for YouTube, but I do it for the greater love of, you know, putting my kids in check, and sometimes the situation begs for that. And it's not about me ranting or hating, or it's not about me trying to get a self-made Hollywood status because YouTube gives us that. Why aren't you teaching your kids your culture and language? I do. Me as a father, right here, I'm culture and language combined. They live and dine in it daily. Just that. And with work and life balance, there's just a lot of factor that comes into play. Even though at the end of the day, they lean more towards the culture of the land. It might be slow, but sure. Then another question is, are you gonna stay single or get back into dating scene? Oh boy. Yeah, I wanna say life starts at 40, and even though I'm not there yet, yes to everything. Everybody deserves happiness. You know, when you get your happiness, you will know, and that is the best thing. And you should always be unapologetic. Don't apologize for being happy. That's really the reason for living. Maybe family and happiness. If you don't have that, I don't know what you're looking for. But for me, it's more like I have kids too. And out of that respect, especially for my girls and the way I want to mold them, you know, I will never bring anybody into their life unless we are engaged or married. And that is just me. You know, I could date, you could date, they could meet your boyfriend once in a while. You know, we got to respect them. And then the other question that I like, I'll probably answer two more questions. You know, they're like, are you so angry that your ex is dating somebody that you knew from the past? Happiness comes to us all, and if you find it, it's a great catch. You gotta hold on to it. And this is not even about my ex's happiness or, you know, his relationship. Like, that don't matter. If she's happy, then it's good for me and it's good for my kids. But what I'm little about when it comes to my kids, I don't play with that kind of crap. Disrespecting my kids, that's the kind of crap I don't play with. I mean, my values, I don't want to bring a man or a girl in my house to even bring him in their own house, you know, their own house that even at this moment, they don't really know if they're going to keep living there for a long time. Like, there's just a lot of stuff in the background that still needs to be figured out. And I think it's just disrespectful for even another man who has kids too. Like, how you come disrespect my girls in their house? Like, you've got issues with your kids. You're 5, I don't know how old it is, 4 or 5 year old. You know, you can't be moving around just because, you know, maybe him and his ex also got needs. And because of those needs, You take advantage of that time and situation to bring your quote unquote problems because you all got needs. Because when you got needs and your ex got needs, now you take that advantage to come, flourish your love. But what you don't realize, you're creating more problems for my girls. I mean, it's just all about respect. There's Motel 7, there are the Hiltons, if you want to go to the boom boom room, or they have vibrators and that kind of jazz that really really comes in handy lately. So for me, it's just not a bad teaching. And as a father, you gotta think about that. So it's not about me being against the relationship or hating on them, but it's all about molding and nipping my kids while I still can. And for that, I'm not gonna apologize for it. Keep your family and your stuff in order first. Be that good further that you're saying your word to your kids. One of your kids is way younger than my kids. All the ones who cannot make more sense of what's going on, they were not saying really good stuff. Whenever I hit the sauna, it just makes my brain mellow, and it gave me this thought that I needed to add on. But I'm just thinking, like, they are so smart. They both went to good school. One even went to a graduate school and is a software engineer. If your first relationship didn't work because you're young and you're onto the second one, and now you're older and graduate and more settled, like you say, I mean, before you jump onto the third and fourth, I mean, what growth do you have? Like, before you hold your 5-year-old, I think it's 4 or 5-year-old onto an RV 2,000 miles away, like, what is going on your other side with your ex's relationship for you to have your kid to meet my girls that you're having fun being a dad of. Like, you need a checkmate, pal, because growth would mean you got to take care of that kid. And before you hold your butt over here, be a better father. And now you're putting your son through the same thing while your previous partner, you guys are also going through some crazy issues, in a house. I mean, after this boom boom room and what you're putting my kids through, maybe you should talk about stuff like how you're going to co-sign for the place, because I mean, there are more important stuff that needs to be worked on than the boom boom room and masking your pain, the kind of show that you show your boys and your daughter because of needs. We got to put these little ones through stuff that they should not be experiencing. Yo, fans, you got to ask me better questions because my brain just got no filter whenever my girls are involved. So yeah, so it might look like you're the guys who've not moved on. So ask me better questions. Don't be asking me those kind of questions. And then the other question is about dance and gymnastics. I hope the person who asked this is a parent. And if you're a parent, then, if you watch most of my videos, you should already have gotten, some of the answers here. And if you're not a parent, really, just still watch some of those videos. And maybe if it's too boring, watch the adverts. And that might give you a refresher and maybe you might get the drift. I support my kids' dance and gymnastics and whatever extra curriculum activity that they'd want to engage in. I just don't agree with the way it's being done. Because to support them means the fact that they've done it and the fact that they've had that talent for so long and they've been doing it, that's one heck of a support. Agreeing, on the other hand, is different because when other stuff comes in the way, then there gotta be a balance. Why I still use, I already answered it in the other video, and I think the only aspect is, as a film producer with this, if you're an actor, main actor or co-actor, just been a value for my kids to also reap some benefits, because as a parents, we have parental responsibility that we need to do with or without our kids. And if we are using them, then I think it's fair to pay your co-actor or main character of that video, because there are a lot of other videos that they might not feature in, and that might be yours. But the video they feature in, if they are co-actors and actors starring, come on, they all got paid, because YouTube is kind of self-made Hollywood. And I think I'll stop it up there. And Onyx, once again, thank you. And I hope next time when I listen to this, if the sound is still good, I might just start having happier vibes.